Hey, I want to bring you out here with me today. And I'm out on for a walk because it's snowing again and it's beautiful. And also, I showed you last week a little sprout that says that spring's coming. And spring's still coming, but unfortunately, the winter's not going to give up without a fight. And I don't mind that because that's part of the transition, the change, and every day's a new day. But I wanted to bring you here because this says something out here that we forget. You see, out here, the differences in us don't matter as much. And no matter who you are, where you're from, whatever your beliefs are, whatever, if you were here with me, the snow would still be cold and the air would be fresh and the snowflakes falling would still be just as beautiful. And it would be the same for you. It would be cold to you. It wouldn't be like it wasn't cold to you or whatever. But this is the place where we come to understand who we are. And it is in places like this that a lot of people start to think that they're the only ones, that they're alone. But friend, I want you to know you are never alone. I hear so much, and this is one of the main reasons I want to talk to you. I hear so many people today saying, well, you just can't understand me because you're different this way or whatever. You're not like me. You didn't grow up like me. You're not from the same background, so you can't understand me. Well, that's not true. I may not understand you because I don't want to understand you. I may not understand you because you don't want me to understand you. But to say that I can't understand you or know you is not true. You see, because you and I have the same ancestors. God made you and God made me. And it doesn't matter whether you trust evolution as the source of all humanity. Even if you do, you got to go back that there was an original two Homo sapiens, male and female. And somehow you and I have managed to be in a direct line all the way back to that original couple. Now, you may believe it's Adam and Eve. You may not, but it's still, we all got to rationally realize that you and I are part of that same two original couple. If anywhere along the way they had failed, any one of their descendants failed to have a child and to carry on the bloodline, we wouldn't be here. So you and I, no matter what we look like, no matter where we're from, can trace ourselves back to that first man and woman that began all things. And I believe we were made in the image of God. And you're made in the image of God. And if you're made in the image of God, the thing that I can know about you the easiest, I don't have to know your thoughts and your experiences and your past and all these things. I can know your heart. Because he put a living soul in you, a spirit in you. And he has that ability to where I can tell and you and I can connect. You see, I connect with people who don't even speak English very well. And I don't speak their language very well. And a lot of times we get together, it's kind of like a train wreck. But anyway, we can still get really close. It's amazing because we can speak from our hearts. We can recognize each other's heart. And friend, I want to tell you that people who don't look nothing like you, people who are from a long ways away from you, who don't speak your language, who don't have your culture, who don't understand, they still have the same ability. There's still people there who have just as good a heart. And they live in the same world. The world's still cold to them. This world's still lonely for them at times. The world still separates them and they feel misunderstood. And I know a lot of people today are wrapped up in the differences in us. And as long as we're focusing on the differences in us, we'll always be lonely. One of the biggest problems I have with the media today is the media constantly never tells us how to fix anything, just constantly tells us what's wrong with something. Points out everything that's wrong and everything that's broken. Well, friend, we got to stop looking past what's wrong and what's broken and start looking at each other and start looking at what's right about us, what's good about us. The Bible says God sends the rain on the just and the unjust and causes the sun to rise on the good and the evil. We're in this together where we want to be or not. We're dealing with this world that we're in. And the fact is that we all have a soul, and that's the way we have to connect. Our differences will always be there, but they don't have to separate us. I can know you if I want to know you, and if you'll let me know you, and you can know me. So don't ever think that nobody understands you, nobody can understand you. That's not true. That's not true. You may not understand yourself. A lot of times I don't understand my own thoughts and my own feelings, but I don't know where my heart is. And when someone speaks to my heart, I know what that is. And it makes all the difference in the world. God's trying to speak to your heart, and he speaks to all of our hearts. You and I have the same Father. the God that made us. And the reason that life is so hard for all of us is we're disconnected from Him and each other. Work on getting back with that. It's what will change our culture and our country and save our world, is when we can stop looking at what's wrong and our differences and look at who we are, that we are all one family and we all have the same ancestry. May the Lord bless you with a wonderful day.